What a great day to be in the Army! My drill sergeant sense is tingling, but that can only mean one thing. Some brand new boot active duty soldier is advising troops on how to get kicked out of the Army? Yeah, I don't think so. We ain't gonna see drill sergeant until we make a little bit of that money. Cause today's adventure sponsor is World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a free-to-play warfare-themed, massive multiplayer online game where you are the tank commander. Be sure to demolish surrounding areas to attack your target, but don't be caught out in the open. Leading the way with its interactive gameplay, get up close and personal, fire from a distance. Heck, you can drop from the sky and crash on your enemies. With multiple maps and endless variations to tanks, the game never gets stale. You don't have to worry about saving up a whole bunch of coin in order to play this game because World of Tanks is free to play. Sign up and install World of Tanks by clicking the link down below. And don't forget to use the code TANKAMANIA when signing up for these sweet prizes. An Excelsior tank, 250,000 credits, 7 days premium access, and 3 rental tanks for 10 battles each. They include the Tiger 131, the Cromwell B, and the T-34-85. Join the battle, master the art of combat, and bring your team to victory with World of Tanks. And now for your regularly scheduled drill sergeant. Yeah! He's adapting. One of the proudest moments in any military member's career is the day that they graduate basic training. Oh, the day you become a soldier, airman, marine, seaman, etc., Space Force potato. But this female soldier, who is still currently in, made a video telling soldiers how to get out of the military without completing their contract. And I know you're thinking, oh, she couldn't possibly talk about dishonorable discharges as an option to leave the military. You would be incorrect.
I have to make this video on how to get out of the military because they try to make it seem like there's no way out but to finish your contract. But there's people like me who's gonna tell you that that is a complete lie and there's so many ways to get out.
Why? What is your purpose for making this video? Why do you feel it necessary to teach people who are about to be in how to quit?
I say that it is very normal and common for soldiers, especially new soldiers in the military, to have depression, anxiety, stressed out, and you can use that as a way of getting out if you really don't want to be in.
I know when you can quit. I know when you should quit, and I know how far I could push you. You want to know how many privates have come up to me and said, "Drill Sergeant, oh, I can't make it. I got tiny heart syndrome. I want to quit. I want to quit, Drill Sergeant. I want to talk to you, Chamberlain." And I've said, "Shut up, private. I'll fucking get to that later. All right, we got to finish this obstacle course. So you're going to go finish this obstacle course, and then I'll talk to you about quitting." Got it? Yes, Drill Sergeant. Okay. And then almost as if I planned it that way, they forget to fucking quit because I knew that they had it in them. But here you are. Instead of supporting our troops, they may have a little bit of a breakdown. Oh, and just need somebody to say, "Shut the fuck up and do it." Here you are to say, "Allow me to help you fuck yourself."
So the first thing and probably the most effective way that you can get out of the Army is by using the mental health route. So let's say, for an example, I'm an Army soldier and I'm wanting to get out of the military by using mental health. I'm gonna go to behavioral health almost every other day, if not every day, or as often as I can, and I'm gonna show out.
Your number one answer for getting out of the military is to feign a mental health illness? You disgusting turd. I got another idea. How about you just make a fucking video about how to fucking abuse the mental health services in the military to get yourself kicked out of the military? I think that video posting would probably be a great way to get the fuck out of the Army.
I'm gonna give them every reason to believe that I am unfit to be in the military.
For you to actually suggest this route as a viable option to get yourself out of the military shows the lack of military bearing and zero Army values you had instilled in you from the beginning.
Saying things like, "Hey, I got voices in my head," or "Hey, I can talk to aliens. Here's my alien right here."
Pretend you're hearing voices? This is how stupid this huge sack of shit is. You know how difficult it is to fake schizophrenia? That's a 24-hour, 7 days a week mental illness that people gotta deal with. You can't just turn it off. It's like watching a private say, I'm having a seizure, drill sergeant. Private, just because you're intentionally shaking your fucking hands doesn't fool me into thinking that you're having a seizure. Oh, you see this? You see me doing this? This is every fucking private pretending to have a seizure that's nowhere close to real. If you've ever seen a real seizure, it looks nothing like you trying to roll your eyes in the back of your head and shake. Much just like a psych fucking doctor would know that you saying, I hear voices telling me to eat spinach and shove a can of broccoli up my ass. Isn't probably your brain freaking the fuck out. Funny side note, I did have a friend of mine after a tour go to a mental health specialist and tell them he thought he was the king of Spain. This ain't Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You can't just take a thermometer, shove it up against a fucking light, warm it up, and stick it in your mouth and go, I'm sick, I got a mental illness. I guess I gotta go. Can't go to army work. Fake a mental illness. You better Daniel Defoe that shit and get into character long term if you're gonna fake it.
So I've actually seen this method work for a lot of people in the military. I've actually had a couple battle buddies who's used the mental health route and they got out.
That's an ongoing topic that she loves to bring up throughout her very educational video. That she just loves hanging around malingerers and fakers and pieces of shit that want to quit and get out. Huh. I wonder if there's a correlation between the two.
So another way that you can get out of the military is actually by refusing to train. This is probably one of the most effective and quickest ways to get out. But I do want to say that refusing to train probably works best for people who has not got to their duty station. So people who's in basic training or their job training, AIT, that's going to be your best friend, is saying, hey, I'm not training. I refuse to train.
Refusal to train gets you out of basic training fast? You idiot.
So I actually had a battle buddy in basic training who used this as a way of getting out.
Oh, and I'm surprised you were friends with them. Shitbirds of a feather flock together.
Within our second week of basic training, she went to the commander and said, hey, like, I don't want to do this. I'm not doing it. It's not for me. I want to go home. And you know what they did? They sent her home within 2 weeks.
Just because you never saw him again doesn't mean he went fucking home. No. If you are a refusal to train, we will send you back to a new iteration of basic training so that you can get the chance to learn it all over again. Because we won't give up on you in the Army. Not even after your second, third, or fourth iteration of basic training. We'll make your quitting attitude quit before we do. I guarantee you that fucking quitter watched all of you, including you, dirtbag, graduate and walk across the graduation ceremonial field as he sat there.
They sent her home within 2 weeks. And I was like, bro, I should have did that. I don't know what's wrong with me. That's what I should have did.
God, I wish you had. Why did you stay? Why the fuck did you stay? You're literally the epitome of one of those children that has their ice cream knocked over, then whaz and cries to mommy and has all the other kids' ice creams taken away because you couldn't have any. I'm having a bad time in the Army, so I gotta make sure everybody else pays for my fuck up.
So another way that you can get out of the military is by being really bad in PT.
Oh wow, the soldier that says fake mental illness says don't try at PT. Wrong.
So you can fail your PT test a couple times and you're probably headed out the door. Like, you ain't hear this from me, but if you just, you know, try your least and you're not performing well in PT, you're done.
Oh, you can pass basic training without passing PT, but here's the rub. You'll get sent to a fucking fat camp where all the fatties and ones that didn't pass PT but passed everything else get to live out their lives for the next 60 to 90 days doing PT 3 to 4 times a day until they can send you to AIT. Oh, so you're just gonna be stuck in basic training longer?
So another way that you can get out of the military for enlisted women only is to get pregnant. And of course, if you're still in your training stage and you haven't been in longer than 180 days or 6 months, you're done.
So you're gonna tell me that instead of just finishing out a year or two of a career in the military, you're gonna get pregnant instead and have a lifelong commitment to a child? I feel like one of these is the lesser of two evils when it comes to commitment. Oh, what a hard choice. Maybe I could just finish basic training, my job training in a 6-month period, and then complete my military career. Maybe even switch over to the Guard or Reserve if I don't want to be active anymore. Or I could have a child. Only 18 years minimum of commitment. By the way, if you're boning one of your battle buddies in basic training, you are not getting an honorable discharge because as trainees, you cannot fornicate. In the Army, we call that fraternization. So now you're going to have a baby, no job, and a baby daddy that got no job. Wow, really setting these soldiers up for success.
So another way that you can get out of the military is by using your religious beliefs.
Oh, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Tom Cruise can't help you now.
So if you go to your commander and you say, hey, this is against my religion, thou shall not kill, I will not kill, steal nothing, you're done. They are getting you out the door. I've actually seen this personally. I know someone I met in AIT and he went to the commander and he said, hey, it's against my religion, I'm a Muslim, I cannot kill, I will not do it, I won't put my foot down. And hey, I just know after 2 weeks, I never saw him anymore and he was done. Like they was done with him.
Good luck! All of a sudden you remember that you can't kill anybody. Oh no! Too bad the chaplain's gonna tell you to suck it up because he believes in God and he's still in the military. And you ain't getting out just because you just found God in basic training. Oh no! They'll change your career. Oh, you don't want to be a shooter 11 Bravo? That's fine. Be a cook or a chaplain's assistant. I mean, you just found God. Why not continue that career? Drill Sergeant, I quit. I can't kill anybody. It's against my religion. You're in supply. You're not killing anybody. Get back in the fucking formation. And you couldn't use that because your MOS is medical. 68 Sierra. Oh, preventative medicine specialist. No wonder you want to get out. Maybe instead of making shitty YouTube videos telling soldiers how to get dishonorably discharged, you should go check the fucking DFAC fridge for mold. I think there's a kid swing in the park that's a little bit loose.
So I wanted to save this last way of getting out the military for the last one, mainly because it's probably the longest process. However, it may be the best route to take depending on the person. So with that being said, you can use medical reasons as a way of getting out of the military. So this person actually had arthritis. I don't know how they didn't catch that before she came in, but yeah, she had arthritis, and when she started complaining about it and they started her process, it probably took maybe 6 to 7 months. However, the Army has to pay her for the rest of her life.
Medical discharge in basic training from a pre-existing condition? If they can prove it, you ain't getting paid dick. Thanks for showing up. You didn't put that on the form when you came in here. Not our fault.
Now, there are so many other ways that you can use to get out of the military, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to keep it honorable discharge friendly, if you know what I mean. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!
What's your name? Alexis? Like the car? That reminds me of the Kanye song.
She's so precious with the peer pressure. Couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. Yeah.
Since Mercedes, Lexus, whatever, skipped over these important parts of her diatribe of diarrhea, let me inform you. Feigning a medical or mental health issue is called malingering, and you will get a dishonorable discharge for that, along with fraternization, aka fucking in basic training getting pregnant, and failing to train or failure to adapt. All other than honorable or dishonorable. But what does it mean to get a dishonorable or other than honorable discharge? Aren't there consequences? Well, there sure are. You will pay back every cent of a bonus that you got when you signed up. Oh, is that 20 grand that I get for being a medic? Oh, I want to quit. Wait a second. I've got to pay that 20 grand that I already spent on a Camaro back to the Army? Oh, no. You can bet the government's going to get that money. And you can kiss getting any other government job or security clearance fucking gone, baby. Federal, state, city, if they ask you, why did you get a dishonorable discharge? You're gonna have to explain why you kept shitting your pants at the mental health clinic just so you could try to fake to get out. On second thought, I'd love for you to fake a mental illness, cause watching you eat shit would make my fucking day. If you have to watch a video of how to quit the military before you even sign up, it ain't for you. Turn off the video. Walk away from the computer and get some fucking fresh air. And 2, this 20-year-old piece of shit doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground trying to explain away why people in her basic training class magically disappeared. I pray to God that your command sees the video that you put out telling soldiers to feign mental and medical illnesses just to get out. Shit, why don't you just tell them to smoke a bunch of crack and piss out on a piss test? There's no negative repercussions there. It's just the same as fighting a drill sergeant, or feigning medical illness, or refusing to train. Why didn't I think of this? Because it's gonna fuck up your life. I don't know where she went to basic training, but her fucking drill sergeant... What's that? She made a video about basic training? Game on.
So I was in Army basic training and I left in February. I graduated sometime in May and now I'm in AIT. So another thing that you need to know before going to basic training is when you get to reception, you're gonna have to get shots. But I'm finna put you up on game. So I got a shot in my glutes called the peanut butter shot. If you know, you know. So that was one of the only shots I had to get because I told them that it was against my religion to get shots. Is it? Maybe, but I know I didn't have to get those shots. So most people ended up having to get about 10 to 14 shots. And for me, like I said, it wasn't the case because I told them, look, this is not what I do. It's not my beliefs. I don't believe in this. I can't do it. And it worked.
Did you just admit to using a legitimate religious excuse to not complete medical readiness? Oh yeah, command. Oh yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus. It's a blue fucking falcon swooping in on you.
So besides reception, when you actually get to basic training, there's gonna be something called a shark attack. So now shark attack is supposed to be the drill sergeants yelling at you, cussing at you, down your throat, you know, all this goofy stuff that's supposed to scare you, get the civilian life out of you. Shark attack was weak. And another thing too, I couldn't take my drill sergeant serious because I'm taller than most of them. Like, you're sitting here looking up at me like that, and I'm like, dude, at this point, you're a joke. You're a joke.
Oh, you hear that, drill sergeant? You're a joke because she's taller than you. I bet she might be the person to talk about how easy basic training was and how she won't afraid no drill sergeant because she can fucking fight him and she's so big and bad. And then in the next 5 minutes, might try to talk about how basic training was the hardest thing ever for her.
When I went to basic training, I gained weight. I gained 10 pounds. Now, let me just say this. I didn't try my hardest in PT. And I was also the contraband goddess.
Are you kidding me? You didn't try at PT, you stuck in contraband all the fucking time, and you gained weight in basic training? You are the epitome of the shittiest soldier I have ever heard of. Every fucking stereotype of trash is leveled up in an even more disgusting volatile pile the more I look at her videos.
I gained weight, and it's not like it was muscle weight. I gained fat weight. I look overall fatter. I didn't do my absolute best in PT, mainly because like I have to be motivated to do PT. After a while, it gets extremely annoying.
Who gives a fuck if you were entertained with PT? Maybe if you would have done the workouts instead of trying to sneak more snacks in your fucking face, you wouldn't have gained 10 pounds.
I don't think the exercises that the Army makes us does helps anyway. Like, what the hell is the bending reach gonna do for me? Go to YouTube and look up that exercise. It's stupid. It's not gonna do anything for me but mess my back up even more.
How would you know the bend and reach is useless? It's a fucking warm-up drill. It's not supposed to get you jacked, you fucking dunce. Oh, but here you are giving everybody your fucking beautiful thoughts from your beautiful tiny pea brain, and then in the same fucking video state that you never tried a PT.
I wasn't one of those soldiers who was scared to get dirty. Try not to be one of those people who's scared to do anything, scared to get your hands dirty, whatever. Just don't be like that, because that was definitely me. I wasn't one of those soldiers who was scared to get dirty, because that was definitely me.
Oh, don't be scared. Don't be scared like you were afraid of the bend and reach. Everybody take advice from the fat malingerer in the corner. Yeah, okay.
So whatever your opinions are about something, whether sleeping outside, digging a hole, whatever it is, don't let it be known, because they're gonna get on you. They're gonna make your life a living hell, like mine was in basic.
Called it. I thought that basic training wasn't hard at all for you, tough girl, huh? I thought that the PT was so stupid that you didn't have to do any of it because you're smart. Oh, you're so big brain and smart, you said. And the drill sergeants were short and you didn't fear them at all. But you just said,
Either gonna make your life a living hell like mine was in basic.
listen up, you fucking scrub. You could either get clout because you were too badass for basic training, or get clout because basic training was hard as shit. You don't get both. I can't wait to see the fallout from this. Did you think there wouldn't be repercussions? Oh, you can get out of the army, with no money down. Fucking idiot. If they let us do our job, we wouldn't have turds like this in the fucking army. Just bring down the shades in the bay for 3 or 4 days. The first 3 days. And let me do whatever I want with them. And the quitters will leave. I will separate the wheat from the chaff. And the army shall be glorious again.
I look overall fatter.